Joe Breeden, congrats on the win, mate.
Thank you very much.
You made it down in one piece. How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, my tactic was, you know, it's pretty much a 12-minute track, so I kind of wanted to ride it about 70% the whole way and keep it consistent all the way, instead of going 100% at the start and finishing at like 30%. So I think I played it well, and yeah, I'm happy with the run I put down.
Beauty. Now let's talk about this rig. How tall are you and what is it?
So I'm 6'2". This size is actually a large. They make a small, medium and a large, and then you can change the headset cups. So personally I have it further forward, so it's 480mm reach, or you can have it 476 or 472, all from the same frame. So it's kind of perfect. I ran it at 476 at the start of the year, and then when we went to some faster tracks at the World Cups, moved it forward to 480mm, so it's perfect.
And for this Psychosis track, what have you changed from the snowshoe track last weekend?
Yeah, so not a great deal, to be honest. I just went a little bit softer in the fork. I went from 80, well, I think actually I ran 83 in snowshoe PSI, and I've gone down to 78 today. So just because it's a longer duration track and it's not so big heavy hits, so a bit more damping, nicer on the hands, get me top to bottom without dying. Always helps a little bit. Other than that, to be honest, it's pretty much exactly the same. Same tyre pressures. I think I went 1 PSI lower back and front to 22 and 26. No, other than that, it's pretty much just same old.
And is that lower tyre pressure just because it's not as rugged, like the whole track down, so you can get away with a little bit more grip and softness?
Yeah, exactly. The main reason was, again, for a bit of added dampening, just to try and save my body, you know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll know a lot worse than me. I got 200 mils of travel, you did it on a hardtail.
Yep, I've had better ideas. But back to the reach, why did it get longer throughout the season?
Well, it was more pre-season. I was running 476 because I did a majority of my testing in the UK because of COVID and that. And then first trip abroad, when things started getting a bit faster, I tried the 480mm reach, which is I think 4mm longer than what I was running, and it just added a little bit more stability, so I felt like I could push the limits on the rough, fast stuff.
Joe, we've got the big wheel up front, 27.5 in the back. Talk us through that. You said before it's your custom setup.
Yeah, so I'm running a 29-inch front end with a 27.5-inch rear end. So they make a 429-inch bike NS and a 427.5-inch bike at the moment. So I put the two together. I did a lot of testing with it in the winter. And personally, I prefer mullet. This bike, this combination gives me really good geometry, great sizing. So for me, like, I just prefer mullet. I'm pretty tall, so everybody would think I'd get away with it. But my style, I sit quite over the back wheel in a deep squat, and just the enjoyment of throwing it around and changing direction, like, it puts a bigger smile on my face, and that's really important to me. So yeah, that's my setup, and I love it. Totally.
And then what made you try the mullet? Like, was it jumping on the 27.5 that felt too small, or the 29 felt too big?
So I never rode a full 27.5 bike. It's kind of obvious I want a 29-inch in the front now. I don't think there's any races left really that are running full 27, but no, I started off full 29, and you know, it's one of those things you have to test just to either put out of your mind or just to know that you've made the right decision. And then as soon as I tested it, I was like, oh, this is really cool, I love this. So then I got the clock out, did back-to-back testing, and it was a little bit faster. There wasn't a lot in it, but I felt a lot more comfortable on it and more consistent too.
So Joe, I can see a few custom touches on here, and today particularly, there's one on your handlebar that sticks out.
Today, I absolutely have to thank my brakes. For anybody that knows Psychosis or will see the track we rode today, the top is relentless. You don't come off the brakes for probably the first 2 minutes of the track, and my brakes just stayed the same, gave me loads of power, so I couldn't be more thankful for these brakes today. They're just, yeah, bulletproof, amazing.
And what size rotors are on for today? Are they the same as a World Cup?
They are. These rotors are exactly the same as I've ran all second half of the season, and they're 223 trick stuff rotors, so the biggest you can get. I don't think you really need them with this brakes, but why not more power, you know?
Why not?
If you can have it, why not?
Yeah, exactly. And then also up in the cockpit, I mean, I'm noticing some slogans there. Talk us through them.
Yeah, well, I got one on the left here. It says "Welcome to the office." This one's basically just to remind me every time I get on the bike that, you know, I have to focus. It's serious stuff. Like, things can so easily go wrong just like that. So just always remain focused and take it seriously when I step on the bike. And the biggie here is breathe. You wouldn't have got away without that one today. So yeah, just two notes for me to keep in my head.
Beauty, brakes and breathe.
Yeah.
2 key ingredients for
Today.
taking out today.
Yeah.
Mate, what else do we need to know? I noticed the carbon seat post there.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
reason for that?
Why not? It's a Pro Max carbon seat post, save a bit of weight. I think it looks pretty trick. Why not?
Yeah, totally.
Like, yeah, why not?
Any thought into the tyre choice for today?
I've pretty much just ran the tyres that I've run the majority of the year. They are, don't know if I can tell you, but they are Kenda, and they are some prototypes that I believe will be getting released soon. But yeah, some gold for you there.
You little beauty.
You little beauty.
Anything else we need to know about this custom Joe Touches?
To be honest, it's pretty much stock as you can buy. There's nothing that's that different. I run an O-chain down here. I've ran that for the whole season. Tested it in the winter and loved it. So that really helped and dampen the ride.
What made it, like, what was the selling point for it?
For me, I think it was more, the biggest noticeable thing was under braking. So we tested a lot of this in Fort William, and then under heavy braking, I felt like I could just sort of track the rear end better and stay in control. Secondly is small bump sensitivity. For me, I felt a big increase in that, and I just felt like I can sit on the pedals, I can brake hard in a heavy braking zone and stay planted and not getting like bashed around. It's a hard one to explain. Just try it.
Mate, no, that's super interesting. Well, Joe, mate, congrats on today.
Thank you very much.
That was a tough race.
You too, great job.
You've come over here and shown these Canadians how to do it.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm actually a little shocked, to be honest. 2 runs this morning, track I've never seen before, 3rd run fully, and took the win by like 7 seconds, so I'm stoked.
Mate, well done, and best of luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.